Hi everyone, so welcome to today's session. So today we are going to discuss about the fresher job and its challenges. Okay, so fresher job क्या होता है और fresher job में क्या क्या challenges आते हैं उसके ऊपर हम आज discuss करेंगे. So both of the perspective, let's say from the company perspective also and for let's say for candidate perspective also. What is the issue? What is the challenges are there in the fresher job? Okay, so first let's understand from the employer issue. Okay, employer issue means employer why employers are not interested to take the fresher candidates, rather they are taking the experienced persons. Okay, so we will see what is the problem in taking the fresher candidates. You may differ from the opinion or you may not agree to this let's say logics or something, but the industry works in this way. Okay, so इंडस्ट्री ऐसे ही काम करती है, उनके लिए प्रोस्पेक्टिव्स ऐसे ही रहता है. आप हो सकता है कि उससे डिफर करें कि शायद जो लॉजिक मैं आपको बताऊं आपको लगे कि नहीं वो सही नहीं है, फ्रेशर को चांस देना चाहिए, फ्रेशर को लेना चाहिए. तो हम उस चीज पे बात करेंगे कौन से लोग जो है वो फ्रेशर के हिसाब से काउंट किया जाता है और किन लोगों को फ्रेशर के हिसाब से काउंट नहीं किया जाता है. सारे टॉपिक्स के ऊपर हम डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके, सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज व्हेन it comes to the fresher, we consider them as a lack of experience. Okay, so lack of experience means it is not like if we discuss about the SAP, it is not like that you don't know SAP. Okay, so it's not like that you don't know SAP then only you are fresher. No, if you know the SAP, if you are trained in SAP also, you will be treated as a fresher. Okay, we will discuss one by one topic, one by one points we will be discussing. So first thing is, if you know SAP, if you have already trained in SAP but you don't have a prior experience in SAP working, so basically the experience means you have worked in SAP, you have a working knowledge of SAP structure, real working process, you already know it. If you lack of it, then you will be considered as a fresher. Let's say I am a SAP end user. I have not worked as a SAP consultant and I have been trained on SAP consultant. I'm going to search for a job. I will be treated as a fresher. Okay, because I don't have a consulting experience, let's say. Okay, so in that case, what will happen if you don't have a relevant experience, if you don't have a exposure to the working condition, there might be a lot of things needs to be let's say you need a lot of training. Okay, so let's say for training to you there might be let's say company should assign a mentor to you or they will assigning some training program to you who will, let's say, only the training program will not sufficient, there will be some kind of mentors will be there who will be guiding you, who will be handling, who will be training you, who will be teaching you how to solve the issues, how to work in the environment, everything you have to get trained on. Okay, so this is the first thing. So company is not willing to train any person, rather they want the person who can directly go and they can work individually. Okay, they can work individually or they can start working. They don't have to, like, they don't have to groom someone. Okay, so directly you can go and you can work. Okay, so basically if you are lacking of experience, lacking of real working experience, then someone needs to groom you. Okay, someone needs to, let's say, train you, they will guide you, they will mentor you. Once you are picking it up, then you can work on your own. But that initial period of time, it will take a lot of time. Okay, this is the first challenge. Second thing is, let's say training and development. Let's say you don't know about SAP. So if they want to train you on SAP, this is the first condition. Second thing, let's say you are good at SAP, you know SAP, but you don't know the work culture, how the work is happening, how you should, let's say, how you should work with the incident, how you should contact with the users, how you should behave, or how should you react to the work. So these kind of things, if you don't know, there will be trainings will be required. So there are multiple types of trainings are there. Let's say soft skill trainings are there, and there will be some subject related trainings will be there. Okay, so there will be a lot of trainings will be required. Okay, the next one is risk of turnover. Normally, what happens? Let's say if you are a fresher, okay, so let's say you are joining in SAP. Let's say after a couple of years, you think that okay, I'm not getting enough exposure. I'm not getting enough let's say options over here. Let's not say about after 2 years, or let's say after 1 year or 6 months. Let's say you are saying I'm a graduate and I know like I'm good at my skills, I'm good at my let's say studies. I will go for higher education, or I will pursue higher education, or let's say I will not go with SAP, I will move to any other domain, or let's say in SAP also I'll move to other skills, I will move to there. Okay, so there will be a lot of things will be there which keeps on running in the freshers mind. Okay, if they are not getting enough let's say exposure, or they are not feeling that it is right, sometimes they might feel it is not right. Sometimes let's say in the surroundings, we heard something about SAP is not in scope, SAP is not rising right now, there are not many SAP jobs are there, you will find difficulties in SAP jobs, there will be very hard to learn SAP. So there are a lot of talks are going on outside. So let's say some freshers are hearing these kind of things, and they think that let's say other technologies are there, we can move to there. Let's say someone is saying data scientist is a good option. Someone is saying, let's say, a Salesforce is a good option. Someone is saying, let's say, what do we call any kind of databases, learning a database or learning a any other technology will be a very good option for them. If someone is saying they will be also they will be going to that option, they might go to that option, because as a fresher you might this is the tendency, you will be tending to move or switch to another domain or another profile or anything. Okay, so what will be the issue? So if you are doing this kind of thing, let's say you are switching your jobs, or let's say you are going one skill to another skill, or you are not interested in the let's say in the field for which you are hired. Okay, so now let's say you are leaving your job. Right now, what will happen for the employer? They need to find a new person. Okay, again, they have to find a new person. Again, they have to train them. They have to groom them. So, after grooming, let's say you switch the job, or you left the job, or you decided to change the job, or any kind of situation will be there. Okay, so let's say after 1 year, you think that no, I'll not stay in this job, I'll leave this job. Okay, so now in this case, they will again have to hire someone, and hiring will have a lot of, let's say, it will take a time. Okay, it will take a time to hire again some person to hire. It will take some time. Okay, next one is this is not a key reason, but might be a reason. So lack of your professional network. So let's say if someone is a experienced person, let's say someone is having 5 to 6 years of experience, he might have contact of let's say around him like same as of him let's say 5 to 6 years of experience, or let's say he has a good connection with his previous team lead or previous manager, so they are having let's say 10 to 15 years experience, so they will be having a wider professional network from where they can get some solution, they can get some suggestions, they can take help from them. So it is kind of thing, like it is also maybe a reason. Okay, so not like it is a I would not say it is a prime reason, but it is kind of reason that fresher people, they tend to like they will be having in their surrounding only limited professional people, or else let's say if you are not knowing someone professionally or personally, they will not help you in all conditions. Okay, so maybe some time they will be helping you, but they will not help you in a, let's say, personally they will not give you some time. Okay, so normally this may be a reason. Okay, and then next one is adjustment to your corporate culture. Okay, you might not fit into the corporate culture. You might not feel free how the corporates are working. There will be a lot of things will be there. You will be saying like there will be office politics will be there. There will be a lot of things will be there. Corporate things will be there. You need to adjust over there. Okay, but as a fresher we tend to complain on the everything. Okay, so that is also might be a reason. And last thing but not the least might be the performance. Okay, let's say you are a fresher and you are not willing to perform well because as you are just passed out from your college, your mind is still roaming around the college. Okay, so normally this happens. Okay, for most of the people. Okay, normally they stuck in their college ways, college lives. Okay, so they are not willing to learn, or they are not willing to dedicatedly work. But most of the people who join as a fresher, they normally tend to like work better than others. Okay, this is like we can we can like say like this will be some people's nature, we can say, but sometimes this is also a barrier. Okay, so performance issue will be there for the freshers. Okay, so normally let's say you don't know the work, and let's say repeatedly you a couple of times you reached out to someone and they don't have the time, and you don't have the patience to, let's say, to wait till some response you are getting for your work or something. So you might take it casually, or you might not take it let's say seriously. Okay, so that might be a reason. Okay, so these are some kind of reasons for which companies are not tend or willing to take the fresher candidates. If they are hiring the let's say experienced persons, so they will be directly working. They will not complain on the most of the things, and they will be working on their own. They will be having like we can say that they will not need to train or something. You might say that okay, profession who are having 4 to 5 years of experience, if they are not getting enough hike, or they are not getting any let's say promotions or anything, they will also tend to change, right? In 1 year, in let's say 6 months also, they tend to change. But the thing is, let's say if someone is leaving, I can replace the person, but normally what will happen if I'm grooming someone? Okay, I'm giving them training, I'm giving them work exposure, I'm giving them everything. So there will be a cost will be included. Okay, for experienced person, they will tend to move, but there is a 3 months of notice period is there. You have to serve the notice period, and then they will be going. Okay, so there is no issue on that one. Companies are hiring. Okay, if someone leaves, then they will be hiring a new person if the requirement is there. Okay, so normally this is the reason for employers are not hiring fresher. So there is, it is not like that they're not hiring the freshers at all. Okay, they're hiring the freshers, but what is the way of hiring? Okay, so first thing, let's understand who are fresher, who can be considered as a fresher, and who cannot be considered as a fresher. Okay, first thing, freshers, or let's say the companies hire freshers from the college itself. Okay, if you are learning in college, you are in final year, so directly they will hire you from there. They will take you, they will train you, and they will let you work. Okay, this is basically the fresher conditions. This is the first fresher condition. Okay, and for this also, some companies, let's say corporate companies, they go for bigger institutes, or let's say famous institute, they will go there. They will not go to the let's say medium, let's say colleges, or colleges which are not that much of renowned or anything, they will not go there. So normally they will hire from there. Second option is, some companies, they give the paid internship program. Okay, most of the companies, most of the corporate companies, you name it, it will be there. Okay, HCL, Infosys, TCS, everyone has a paid internship program. Okay, it will cost you around 2 lakh to 3 lakh, or right now I don't know how much it is costing. It will be differing from company to company. Some companies, I believe last time I have seen in HCL, it was 3.5 lakhs or something like that. It was a paid internship program. So you have to pay that much of money. Okay, if you have completed your graduation, then you can join in that program. For that also, you need to give some entrance exam or something. They will be having a written test or something like that. You will be hired, and you have to pay training fees for 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs or something like that. Then you can work, like they will train you, and uh, they will like deploy you to a project, so there you can work. And in that also, in those conditions also, in GET programs, everyone is having a bond period. Okay, so if you are from a college perspective, or let's say if I've joined for a, let's say paid internship program also, there will be a 2 years of bond will be there. In that 2 years, you are not supposed to leave the company. This is the thing. Okay, this is the thing for big, let's say bigger companies. Apart from these two things, there are no other things, or there are no other condition in which you will be considered as a fresher. Okay, so first thing, you must be studying in a college so that you will be hired from your final year, or let's say you have let's say completed your graduation, let's say this year or last year you have completed your graduation, maybe as per the criteria of the company. I'm not sure about that, but mostly recent 2 years are allowed. Okay, recent 2 years will be allowed for the fresher. Let's say this paid internship programs, they will be eligible for that one. Okay, other than that one, there is no other fresher kind of jobs are there. Okay, let's say you have completed your graduation before 3 4 years, and you are preparing for some government jobs, and let's say still you are saying I'm a fresher, I have not worked in anywhere. So you will not be considered as a fresher anywhere. Okay, because there are 3 4 years gap is already there before, from your graduation year to your current year, and you have not worked in anywhere. So all the companies, they considered 1 to 2 years is fine for preparation. More than that, it is not acceptable that you are preparing for some higher exam and you have not cleared it. Okay, so that means you either you don't have a vision, or you don't have that much of capacity to clear a exam, or to capacity of a, like, capacity issue. Okay, so basically this is the problem. Okay, now if someone is hiring a fresher, so normally they are taking a bond, or they are taking a, let's say they are asking for any kind of bonds, or they are asking any kind of fees for that one. Okay, now let's understand why companies are taking bond, or why they are charging the fresher. Let's say smaller companies, they tend to like, you can see a lot of companies are there in the LinkedIn or anywhere, they are asking for, they are hiring the fresher, but for that job they are asking for money. Okay, why they are asking for money, or why they are charging for the bond? Let's understand this concept. Okay, there is nothing wrong, there is nothing right in it also, but it is person to person, it will be varying. Okay, for some person, let's say it is okay to pay for a job, some, for some persons it is not okay for to pay for a job, that is their decision. It is not like it is wrong or it is right. Okay, for person to person, some people also I have heard from them that they need a backdoor entry, they need a proxy. A lot of things are there, so we will not say that something is wrong or something is right. It depends on the person, it depends on the company, how they are hiring, and it depends on the person how they want to go for it. If they want to go for a fresher profile or they want to go for a paid job, it is their option. Okay, we are just discussing about the options, or we are just discussing about the what are the conditions are there, so that you will be prepared for, let's say you are going to learn SAP or you are willing to learn SAP, then what condition you should be prepared for. Okay, what are the conditions are there that you will be getting a job, you should be prepared for that one. Okay, so it is your option how you are going to prepare. Okay, so now why they are charging for the job? So first thing, as we have seen, that is the training cost. Okay, so if someone is hiring for some fresher, they might have to train them. Okay, so this is the condition where every company says, like if you say that charging for a job or bond is illegal, they will say we are not taking any kind of bond, this is for your training cost. And it is very much legal to take a training cost from the candidate. Okay, it is legal, or it is legit in Indian law, it is legit that you can ask for training cost. Okay, so first thing is investment is training. So if you are hiring something, then you will be train them. So for training them, as I have mentioned you there, you need to hire a resource, or you need to hire a mentor, or you need to hire a person who will be giving the training, or you will be, let's say internally or externally, you are booking something to someone to give the training, so that will be having a cost. So that cost might be recovered from the candidates itself. Okay, for that one, maybe companies are charging. Okay, second thing is commitment and retention. Okay, let's say um, every other person, as I have mentioned you, like you are not from your college, so everyone, if we say about the freshers, everyone, there will be a bond will be there. So there is not like that for experienced person also there is a probation period is there. So in some class in some sessions we might discuss about what is the probation period, and what kind of different things are there for the experienced person. But if we take about the fresher, for every fresher there will be a retention period will be there. Minimum of 2 years will be there. Okay. So normally what will happen, let's say you are joining in a bigger company. So you are already paying for it. Okay. So if you are leaving there, they don't have a issue because they have already taken the charge from you. If you are leaving in between, let's say half of the course if you are leaving, or half of the training if you are leaving, they don't have a problem. But in the smaller companies, what will happen? They will directly take you, and they will directly train you, and they will deploy you to the project. Now, sometimes what happens, or in the corporate companies, what happen? So you are going through a training, and in the middle of something, let's say you decided to quit the job. Now, someone is uh, let's say spending some expenses on you, they are training you, they are giving some training, they are giving some knowledge to you. Now in the half of the time you decided to quit. Now to remove these issues, or to restrict these issues, they will be having a monetary bond. Okay, let's say monetary bond, if you are having a monetary bond of, let's say, 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, you will be not going away from the job. So you will be there for the job, let's say till the bond period ends. Okay. So this is basically for your commitment and for your retention. Okay. So next thing is basically, let's say I'm hiring freshers. So normally what happens in the company, let's say clients will not tend to pay for the freshers. Okay. Let's say if I'm a bigger client, so whom I should pay. Let's say I'm a company and you are my client. So I will say you that I have four candidates who don't know anything about SAP or who have not worked in SAP. They are only having the theoretical knowledge. I will give you those consultant and they will work for you. So as a company, will you like to take those kind of consultants or those kind of people or those kind of resource? You will not, you will not select, right? Because you are paying something. Because if you are paying something, then you will be going for a better option, right? Who are already having a experience, who are already having a exposure. So clients will normally, they will not pay for the fresher candidates. Okay, so normally for this kind of reason, what happens, companies, they will bill, let's say companies means the IT company, they will bill to the clients based on their experience professionals. So let's say who are having 3 4 years or 5 years or 6 years of experience, they will charge very high to the client so that they will be able to pay the junior resources or the fresher candidates, because in some point of time they will definitely hire the fresher candidates. Now in some cases what will happen, if let's say your budget is very tight, let's say you don't have a budget of paying a fresher, but still you will hire a fresher, still you are willing to get a fresher so that you have to pay very less amount to them. So in that point of time, normally what company does, they will be taking some amount from the candidates in the initial period of time, so that whenever they are joining to a project for let's say 5 months or 10 months, they will not have to worry about their payment kind of thing. So that will be covered through this, let's say what kind of mm, training charges are there, whatever kind of charges they are taking, they can pay from that amount, that account. Okay, so basically these are some of the challenges are there, why there are less fresher openings are there, why you might not be able to get a fresher job. Okay, and why if you are getting a fresher job, you might been asked for a let's say bond period, or let's say for a monetary bond, or to pay something to them. So this might be the reason. These are some kind of reasons are there which might be there. Okay, so it is your uh, option, or it is your choice how you want to go forward. Okay, how you want to go, let's say for a fresher, as a fresher, or as a, let's say any kind of let's say you're opting for any kind of monetary bonds, or any kind of let's say employment period bond, any kind of things you are going to you are willing to take. It is your opinion, it is your decision how you want to move forward. So this should be in your mind while you are opting for, let's say, going for a training. Let's say you have just passed out from, or you have just completed your let's say graduation. Someone is saying, okay, for plain graduates or for normal graduates there will be no job, so go for a SAP training, go for a certification, go for a global certification, pay another 3 4 lakhs. So don't go in that way. Um, don't listen to those suggestions. Okay, so try to remember these points. These are the challenges in SAP, let's say fresher kind of job, not in SAP but every fresher job, this is the challenge. So you will be prepared for while you are going for a job, while you are going for a training. Before that itself you will be prepared, like what I should do after completion of my training. Okay, so that's it for today. We will meet up again in the next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and keep learning.